Hey guys. Um, for those of you who are new here, my name is Berna, and I'm a psychotherapist and a law of assumption coach, and I run this channel with my good friend Claire. And if you'd like to book coaching with me, the link will be in the description box below. Um, and okay, so let's get into the video for today. Um, I know this is a subject that comes up for a lot of people when they're manifesting a specific person, an SP. So I figured I would talk about it. So third parties come about for a few different reasons, but one is that a lot of times maybe we're believing we're not important enough to our specific person, right? We're not valuable enough, not good enough. There's some belief that something can be seen as more important than us, right? Someone else can be chosen over us. So I think at this, it's really important to just remind yourself like no one has free will. You're going to have to remind yourself about that a lot because, we've been taught that everyone has free will and things are just happening randomly. So you have to like remind yourself like, "Oh right, no one has free will. This is just a little feedback for me about where I'm at in terms of my beliefs." So you want to really get some foundational beliefs in place for your self-concept like I'm important, I'm valuable, I'm special. And honestly, if you just make a sleep tape and you just say those three affirmations to yourself in the recording and you just listen to it on a loop while you're sleeping, that's going to really help with this. So there's that. Then you want to also affirm specifically for your person, like, maybe do a little revision, like, I'm the only one they want. I'm everything to them. I'm the only person they've ever been attracted to. We've always had a beautiful relationship. They have always chosen me. I've always been everyone's first choice. Because revision just makes everything so much easier. So you may as well throw in a few revision affirmations. And again, you don't have to believe it. You don't have to feel it. You're just saying this stuff to yourself, right? Or listening to it. You can, I find making recordings in your own voice and hearing it is really helpful. Especially sort of like the more triggered you are, the more you need to be affirming and like listening to these affirmations. And then, yeah, let's also just do a little visualizing, right? Because I know that a lot of times when we're really triggered by something, it just comes into our mind like over and over. And it's like we want it to stop, right? It feels like an intrusive thought. So whenever that happens, so yeah, maybe there's like another person that your SP has chosen. Maybe it's a job, right? Maybe it's a pet. Maybe it could be anything, right? But you just feel somehow like devalued or like not as important. So try to remind yourself like that person, whatever it is, the third party, never really belonged in your reality, right? It's just a materialization of your fears, right? Of this old belief that you weren't good enough. So, of course, you were going to experience that. But whenever they come into your mind, I want you to imagine, right, that you have like a giant, one of those like Mr. Clean, like magic erasers. You could just like erase them from your reality, right? Because they never really belonged in this reality. And they're just gone now, right? So just imagine like, oh yeah, no one like that ever existed. I've always been the most important person in my SP's world. Um, I've always known that I'm the most valuable. I'm more than good enough. Being with me is the most incredible experience. I'm so wonderful. My person is just totally in love with me, and they always have been. Um, and thirdly, I'd love to just lead you on a quick little visualization um, that I find can be really helpful to, again, remove the third party when it comes into your mind and you're feeling that, like, because it can hit some really core wounds when you feel like someone else or something else is being chosen over you. So when you're feeling that like pain, let's just, yeah, do a little visualization right now to shift out of that and reconnect with your person. So I want you to just take a moment to get a little extra comfortable and really imagine that your person is here with you right now. And you can add in some details, right? Like imagine what you're wearing, what they're wearing. You can imagine the setting that you're in together. And just begin to imagine, right? You're standing face to face, and your person just gives you a big hug. And then, over your person's shoulder, you see this third party, right? You just kind of see their like silhouette in a way. And then I want you to imagine them, like as you hug your person, you feel your person hugging you, you just see this silhouette get further and further away, right? It's just getting smaller and smaller and smaller as it goes out into the distance, into the horizon, until it's just like a tiny little black speck. It's so far away. And then you just see it disappear, right? Disappear into the horizon. And then just imagine your person, right? They're still hugging you, and just hear them say to you, like, you are the only one I want. You are everything to me. You are so valuable. You are so special. You are so important. I'm in love with you, And then really see if you can take that in and then respond to them and just say, like, yeah, you're right. I am really special. I am so valuable. I am so important. I'm in love with you too. I feel so chosen by you. I feel so, loved and cherished by you. I'm so happy that we have such a perfect relationship. And that's all. That's all you need to do. And you can just do this little visualization over and over again. Again, if you're feeling really triggered, I find it so helpful, you know? So that is some of my advice if you're looking to remove a third party from your reality, and just, create a reality where there cannot be third parties. So that's another thing you can just remember, like, yeah, I'm the only one with free will here. I'm the one making these choices, and no one can reject me in my reality, right? That's not possible. So you just want to kind of create that as a belief for yourself. Like, no one can reject me. No one can be mean to me. No one can say no to me, right? Those are old, toxic or limiting beliefs that, that you just, kind of latched onto when you were a kid, probably based on some difficult experiences, but they were never really true. So see if you can just remind yourself like that, like, oh yeah, that was never really me. Those things were never really true about me. Now I'm remembering my real self, my real identity, which is, I'm always everyone's first choice. I'm so wonderful. And yeah, and if you just do those three different parts that I talked about, of like really shifting your self-concept, shifting your perspective of your specific person, right? Like, they're always adoring me. They're always doting on me. Like, I am just everything to them. I'm their whole world. And that's a little hyperbolic, so you don't have to go that far if you don't want to. You can just be like, I'm so important to them. But a lot of times it feels good to exaggerate our affirmations, especially when we're experiencing the opposite. So I think, why not, just be like, they're madly in love with me. Like, they can't think about anything other than being with me, right? And it's going to work. I've seen it work in my own life, in my clients' lives. It just really kind of takes that like commitment to, like, no, I am deciding what's true here, creating those boundaries with ourselves. Because, the old way of thinking about this reality is like, we have to set boundaries with other people, and we have to, like, tell them what we want. We have to ask for what we want. And then once we know about love assumption, it's like, oh, yeah, no, I can get what I want without asking for it, without trying. I just have to switch these beliefs I have. So anyway, I intend that was really helpful. I know that helped you. And if you would like coaching again, I have some openings available. So anyway, look forward to hearing from you, and please, feel free to, comment. If you could hit the like button, that really helps the channel. But yeah, if you can also comment, like, maybe just what's going on for you. Like, is there a third party you're dealing with? Or if you got rid of a third party, how did you do it? Because it really helps the other viewers of this channel. Um, and it's just, it's so great to like support each other in this manifesting journey, because especially with something like a third party, which can, like I said before, just be really painful. So just as much as we can, just like helping each other and sharing success stories, it goes a long way to helping people like just feel inspired and encouraged, and remember like, oh yeah, like, we're all doing this together. Like I mean, that's part of why I love making videos for you guys, is because it's almost like I'm making these videos for like a past version of myself, when I really was like struggling and trying to figure all this out. Um, and now I feel like I'm on the other side of it. So it feels really wonderful to like share and like just let you know like what worked for me. And yeah, I love helping people get their manifestations. It's such a good feeling. So again, feel free to comment what's worked for you, what hasn't, what you'd like me to make videos about. And yeah, okay, I will talk to you all later. Bye for now.